Hi, gorgeous. I want to talk about grief today. 2 types of grief, yin and yang grief, and then a practice for each type of grieving to help you move the energy of the grief and be liberated, be free to feel something else, something new. So grief is an important topic these days. So many people are sort of thick with it, right? The world is a bit of a heartbreaking place to exist in. And that heartbreak is so important, right? We have to feel, right? The heart has to break in order to feel love, in order to feel joy, in order to feel happiness. So grief is such an important experience of being human. And we don't have to get stuck there. It doesn't have to be the ocean that we feel like we are drowning in. It doesn't have to be the thing that we are bracing against. Right? So many people I see one end of the spectrum or the other, these 2 types of grief, yin and yang. One end of the spectrum is we're just, soaked in it, swimming in it, saturated in it, drowning in our grief, unable to move, can't do anything. All we can think about is the suffering that we're experiencing, that's in the world, right? And we just get heavy, weighted down. Maybe our bodies even hurt. And then yang grief, maybe we don't want to feel it. Maybe we get pissed off instead. Instead of actually feeling our heartbreak, we get angry. We push it away. We harden. So we tend typically towards one or the other. And the practice I want to offer, there's one for each, right? So the yin grieving practice is curling into fetal position and letting yourself feel the core of the grief. So traveling into the center of the grief, feeling it, curling in, this sort of yin posture on your side. You can even maybe cuddle a pillow or something and let yourself cry. And this is a quiet, kind of inward sobbing, right? So if you're more accustomed to this yin experience of grief, this is probably going to be really easy for you. The yang expression of grief, you've seen these women at the funerals in many parts of the world that still have tradition and ritual intact, wailing at a funeral, arms up, just wailing in grief. And this is the yang expression of grief. So you'll come up on your knees, you'll open the arms to the sky, you'll open the heart to the sky, and just let yourself wail. Again, anchoring into that core of grief and allowing yourself to wail. This is that outward, this yang energy, upward and outward, the yin energy down and in. So those of you that maybe are accustomed to more fiery expressions, anger maybe, this yang expression of grief might feel more comfortable for you. Now, I recommend you do the one that feels uncomfortable to you. The one that doesn't come so naturally to you. You can do both, but do the one that feels a little weird, awkward. Like you're gonna have to take a little time to actually be able to drop into it. So again, set the timer, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. And first, let yourself feel the grief. Now, this might be hard. It might not be so easy to actually tap into that center of your broken heart. Breathe into it. Let yourself meet the center of your broken heart. No one's going to do it for you. No healer can do that for you. Someone can walk there with you. But you have to be the one to sit down and go, honey, where's it hurt? So I recommend doing that. And then moving into whichever expression of grief feels most awkward. Let me know how it goes. Now, I don't believe we have to do this work alone. So if you are craving some support in this space, you are wanting someone to be there with you in your heartbreak. We're meant to heal together. That is the truth. We are social animals. Reach out. I'm here. I do one-on-one work with men and women and couples. And this is one of those spaces that we go into often. You have to go into the grief in order to feel something new, in order to feel the joy, the beauty, the pleasure, the bliss that you so deeply desire. I'm here for you. Much love.